welcome to Snake Oil. I haven't played any of this before. It is myself, Kevin, in the green position, joining this very classy establishment by going clockwise. Vger in purple.
Indubitably.
Urtheart in white.
Yarg.
Can't see his name because it's covered by his card, but he's at the top there. And to my immediate right, the random genius T.A. Black.
Hello there.
Who would like to explain to people who aren't familiar with the game what Snake Oil is and how you play?
I think I can do that.
Off you go, Mr.
So,
Tucker.
Snake Oil is all about pitching a fabulous product to a particular customer, but you're aiming to pitch your particular product to a particular customer. So one at a time, everyone will take one of these customer cards, and they'll get to choose between one of the two customers on it. So, for instance, this one is either a billionaire or a pirate. So if it was me, let's be honest, I'll just pick the pirate.
Yeah.
You then have to pick two items from your hand of 6. For instance, I could put down a cloud fountain and have to pitch why that is the best item for a pirate to buy. This is kind of a rubbish example, but that's basically it. And then whoever the customer is gets to choose which product he thinks is the best, and then gives
For his character.
For his character, yes. And then gives that card of the character to the person that wins. And I mean, and basically we can just go until we feel like it.
Okay.
Very well explained, good sir.
I will start as the first customer, though.
Okay, ding ding.
And I've already mixed the pirate back in, so let's just grab a random one. So I'm either a gangster or a runaway. Let's go for a gangster. I'm going to be terrible at accents, but pitch me something as a gangster from your hand. Random genius, what do you got for me?
So Mr. Tur, your first name obviously being G and Stir, you're obviously a man who definitely wants the best abilities to be the head of a gangster lifestyle. And for that, you need to have some sort of learning behind you in order to make sure that you're the best that ever was.
Of course, the best gangsters are always the smartest.
Indeed. But you know what makes an even better gangster?
Big gun?
The one that knows how to use a good excuse. So therefore, I offer you the patent-pended, Genius Incorporated Skew School. Sign up today so you can learn all about all the great excuses that you can do, such as, I wasn't there, it was my twin brother Donald. Or it could be similarly, I wasn't gambling, there are no dice here. Please ignore the person in the corner who has just swallowed 2 sets of dice.
So I see this is for getting me out of police questioning, right?
Of course, it's the best excuses that you can buy. First semester's free. Also, all subsequent semesters are $9.99 per second.
Per second? Ooh, that's... Well,
I mean... the best darn second that you'll ever have.
I mean, I could just kill you afterwards, you know?
Ah, but you wouldn't know the perfect excuse to get out of that one, would you? Not unless you've got the entire rigmarole of the excuse school under your belt.
Oh, trust me, I'll do it and get my money back. That's how you do it. But it's not a bad product, I'll give you that. Mr. Kevin, what organization do you represent?
I am but a humble soul trader, Mr. Gangster Sir. Thank you very much for seeing me, by the way. I know you're a very, very busy man. A wise man once said that the smartest gangster is the one who is the least suspected. So, what I am giving you today, sir, is the possibility of, let's just say, taking out certain business rivals or people who are in your care who you may not necessarily care for anymore.
Yeah.
But with the ability to go somewhere and get a very nice alibi while you do so. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, sir. My job's a good one. So, I present you with the Cliff Finger.
Go on.
It's very simple. It's a very simple, sir. There is this. You see this button here. It looks just like a general, ordinary button, something that you may have to, say, open a car door. Or, lower your garage door. or switch on a light, or anything of that sort. It is not that at all. What it actually activates via a wonderful satellite system, custom, that we have. Well, I say custom, we actually piggyback the signal off the GPS. That's not going anywhere, and it's always going to work. But what you have is this wonderful device that, for, let's just say, somebody you have deposited somewhere. Just that they may be on a chair, for example, or, you know, in a car, near a precipice. You press this, and a pressure is pushed onto that individual, whether they are not there in a car or whatever, and they are shoved off of the cliff, down into the sea or the rocky abyss below. Instant death, of course, for that. Cleans itself up, but you have the ability to be somewhere completely safe with alibis. So at the time of death, when I look at the coroner's report, we couldn't possibly have been you. You were elsewhere.
So what you're telling me is that I've got to set them up in this specific position to shove them off a cliff.
Oh, well, it works. Well, that's the lovely thing about the cliff finger, sir. It doesn't just work with cliffs. It works with skyscrapers, car parks, other places that are of a great height. There are additional options for... What's that? Somebody clapping. Just slow clap going on. Annoying people at your door who are trying to give me a slow clap. You can get rid of them as well. It has other options and features, sir. It comes with its own pack of very specific add-ons that will come to you for free and no extra charge.
Yeah, I'm liking the sound of that. What's your enterprise, Mr. Vger, is it?
Yes, good evening, sir. So, yourself as a gangster, you're a very busy gentleman.
Of course.
And one of your main activities is, of course, competing against other gangsters. So you need as much edge as you can get against these gangsters, especially when it comes down to a firefight.
Oh, definitely.
So, what I am proposing to you to give you that little bit of extra edge is razor seeds. And now what you do with these razor seeds is you allay your competitors into a false sense of security by offering them these seeds, but they only look like seeds. Instead, they actually have tiny little razors embedded inside them. So when they start to chew on them, their mouth gets cut up, and they're kind of confused by this for a few moments, which gives you the advantage so you can shoot them.
Now, how do I tell the difference between these and normal seeds?
They come in a specifically branded bag. They don't say razor seeds, but they are specifically branded in such a way that no other bag of seeds is branded, so that you know this bag of seeds is actually razor seeds, but to the regular person, it is just a bag of seeds.
Okay, and they're not going to cut me in my hand?
No, the razors are bedded inside the seed. They're very tiny. We use the latest razor and seed combination technology.
And
we have the finest quality gold.
What if people just swallow rather than chewing?
Well, then there's a time delay on it. And in fact, it means that you can walk away with a comfortable knowledge that you haven't had to shoot them. And as they digest the seeds, their stomachs will be cut to shreds, and you will have had to do nothing.
Cruel, I'll give you that. You know, these are all actually pretty good products. None of them really jump out at me, but I'm gonna go off the cons here. The razor seeds are great, but if I accidentally chew one, that's me in the dumper.
Well, you're not gonna chew on a gun.
How is he supposed to deliver these to his enemy? If the way to save a
To offer
firefight
them.
so he has to walk.
So wait,
he has to
you're going
walk up to his enemy.
You're going to
Hold on
offer
a second,
these-
fella. How about before we start this gunfight, have one of these seats?
Sounds as though you need an excuse.
See, the Skew School is very good, and I'm very much jumping between that and the Clifffinger.
What
But I'm
happens
going to
if
have
one
to
of
go with the Clifffinger because it's a one-time purchase rather than a long-term commitment. So,
also
congratulations.
Thank you. Also, what happens if one of your enemies has gone to this excuse school and recognises some of the techniques? I was crying. I was literally crying with laughter at Phil's part.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's time delayed. Just.
Yeah, I just go for
Lovely.
on this. I just go for ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was so good.
now, what I'm going to say is this is a house rule, just because in previous times that it's been a bit pants. You're supposed to draw back up to 6 now, but if there's any cards that you really don't want in your hand, feel free to discard them and draw back up to 6 after that. And since I was the first customer, Random Genius, it is your time to be the customer.
So,
Pick a card, any card.
Hang on. 1, 2, 3. How did I not get another card?
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't got great cards, but I enjoy a challenge.
okay, so I'm either a mortician.
Yep.
Or a sorority girl.
Or sorority girls with very morbid habits.
Let's go with the mortician. So, as leading mortician in TRG funeral care, we put the fun back into funerals, as says every single funeral parlor along the high street that we are on. But even so, I need to step up in the competition. So, Mr. Kevin, what have you got for me?
Well, is it okay to actually discuss business in here? I mean,
Don't worry. No one else is.
okay. I know that person isn't listening anymore, but you know, it's I don't.
That's the butler.
Well, like I say, he's not listening anymore, but I just don't. I just want to leave my case anyway inappropriate. Anyway, so thank you very much for seeing me. It's very good. It's a very good business that you have here. I like the fact that it's sort of an all-in-one service. You know, just to take care, prepare, and then do your best for the dearly departed. However, I'm sure you are aware of the distinct lack of space there is nowadays in terms of available, just available space in general for the dearly departed. There is not exactly the case that there is, you know, more spaces popping up all the time. Also, the fact that those pesky councils taking down all the gravestones. How are you supposed to know, especially given the tendency for paperwork in churches and other graveyards, etc., to be inaccurate? How are you supposed to know that where you're offering to bury the individual is a safe place to be? Don't you deserve peace of mind that you're not going to dig somebody up? Well, good news. Good news for you, because I can offer you peace of mind with my doubt radar. It's a very simple system. You take this prong and you stick it into the ground, and it emits specially calibrated waves. It gives sound. It does does some light as well across some ends of the spectrum, which we don't like to go into because it's trade secret. But it'll tell you via the embedded screen as to whether or not there are any other coffins, caskets, bodies in general in the vicinity below you within a space of 10 meters, and plot that out for you on this very handy device. There's an app for it as well, so you can look it up on your phone on the go. And yes, why cause harm and distress you will know. You'll be able to plan in advance. You'll be able to maximise your sales, as it were. Although we don't want to talk about money, obviously, in this instance. Be able to maximise your space that you have available within your cemetery or means of access. You can also use it to open up the ability for third parties. You can actually rent this out as a service in order to chart graveyards as an extra service that you can offer your contacts.
All very interesting. All very interesting. Mr. Vger,
Hello, good
to the table?
Well, I'd like to first of all thank you very much for inviting me into your fine mortuary today. It is such a lovely place.
Thank you very much. I'm very proud of our scented embalming fluid.
But I imagine you're dealing with people that are passed on every day, and it probably gets rather depressing for you from time to time, especially if you happen to come across someone you know, which is unfortunate, or a friend of a friend who's come and passed on, and you're having to deal with your friend who's come for the funeral. Now, I have a solution for this problem. You've heard of the Death Note, right?
Yes, I have. In fact, I've got one here.
Well, I'd like to present to you life paper. Now, this works the exact opposite way to the Death Note. Basically, someone comes in and you know them, say, or they're a friend of a friend, and they passed on before their time. So what you do is you write their name into this piece of paper, and they will return to life. Fit as a fiddle. No zombieism guaranteed.
Surely by resurrecting them, they are automatically zombies.
Hang on. You'll get to your turn and questions later.
And so then you can brighten your day, and the most worrying aspect of your job is gone. The worry of having to bury your own friends and family.
All very interesting. Possibly morally dubious, but interesting nonetheless.
I leave morality for my customers to decide.
Mr. Urtheart, whilst we're waiting for the hors d'oeuvres, can you please explain your...
Sure. Well, welcome
items?
to the Heartless Limited Imports. We bring you stuff from all over the world, and one of the things I'm sure that happens is you occasionally get some bodies that are a little bit past their time and smell quite a bit. And while like you said, you've got the sense to try and counteract them, but sometimes what you really need is just something to just help you breathe fresh air and new life into the local environment. So I'm bringing you the ocean wind, fresh air that will just go through wherever you work, get rid of all those nasty smells from rotting cadavers and possibly the resurrected versions of your loved ones if the client to my right is anything to go by with his voodoo magic. It's really as simple as it sounds. We present you with a device that contains essentially trapped air from your local ocean and blows it through your office environment and any other environment that you want, basically not to stink of rotting corpse.
Interesting.
We like to keep it simple here.
So I have the option between the fancy device that archaeologists use in order to get a layout of the ground.
Oh, it's very much more specialised than that, sir.
I can either buy bottled air, or
bottled nice smelling air,
or I could buy the ability to make myself lose money.
Yeah.
But you said be surrounded by friends and family.
who are screaming at you in terror because they've been taken out of the afterlife forcibly.
And
I'm thinking of your
mortality.
personal well-being rather than your financial well-being.
What if they wanted to die?
You can talk.
Leave them.
You can talk over there. Person whose invention could easily be duplicated by, I don't know, opening a fucking window.
It's not quite as nice as proper fresh ocean air.
All the places. I don't know, just crack a window open. It might help.
To be quite frank, this was the best I could do. But and that made sense.
Would you like to be a very dubious god?
No, I had my fill of that. I much rather sort of just be a more saner person. So yeah, I'm afraid instead of a god, it gets boring after a while. It's got to be the Doubt Radar, I'm afraid.
Yay! I'm a gangster mortician.
Oh, you're gonna regret it.
Well.
All those corpses stinking up your time. I'm so getting rid of some of these cards because.
Oh my god!
I will make my cards work somehow.
Kev, it is now your turn to
It is
pick.
indeed. Kazam! A prison guard or an alien. Oh, I don't know. Do prison guard. Prison guard.
Damn it!
Right. Choose your destiny. Okay. So, yes, you with the alcohol bottle.
Hello.
Hello. Very nice of you to bring me a gift. Thank you very much. I'll have some of that. Right. Okay. Welcome. Oh, are you smuggling in contraband to our prison?
Oh, very much in the negative, my good sir.
Very much negative.
Thank you very much for inviting me today.
That's
and
good. We'll give you a severe frisking later.
Very much appreciated. I am here on the behalf of the Emperor's Emporium today, the seller of fine mystical wares and trinkets.
He's a werewolf.
we have a lovely shop on the bottom of First Street.
I've seen First Street, so you're lying. Anyway, continue.
Okay, it might be slightly run down. But today, as a prison guard, what's one of the most annoying things you have in the day?
Prisoners.
Dealing with prisoners. Exactly. And prisoners have this unfortunate habit of making noise. And
I don't like where this is going.
Hey.
Oh no, I quite like where this is going. Actually.
Hey, let him speak. Let him speak. Continue, please.
Now, wouldn't you like a means for this noise to go away? To give you a quieter and more peaceful life guarding them?
For the sake of this, I'm going to say yes.
So I'm presenting to you today my latest mystical artifact find, the noise bottle. You pop the cork on this in front of a rowdy prisoner making lots and lots of noise, and it will suck out all the noise from the localized area. So then you can have peace and quiet and just go about your rounds doing what you need to do without any interruption from those rowdy prisoners, making your life simple, easy, and quiet.
What is the capacity of this bottle?
Infinite!
So it's just a singular item.
It is a singular item. It's a one-time sale. I'm afraid the price is a little high, as it is a unique item.
What is the effective range of the bottle?
I'm afraid it is only very short range, and it's only in the direction the bottle is pointed when you pull the cork.
Okay.
I would strongly recommend that you do not point it at yourself.
Okay. What if we need to give the voice back to a prisoner for reasons? Is there any way to identify the correct voice in the bottle if there's
Well, first of all, why ever would you want to do that?
questioning?
And secondly, there is a return mechanism where if you pop the cork and then you tap the bottom of the barrel, all the noise that has been captured will be returned.
So there
where
is
does
no
the barrel
selective
come in?
way. It's either everything or nothing.
It's everything gets collected, or you have to return everything. I'm afraid it's not that selective.
I see.
It is an ancient artifact. Unfortunately, they didn't think everything through back in ancient times.
What color of bottle? What color of bottle is it available in?
It's a green, I'm afraid.
Okay. How do you store them? Do you store them on a wall or?
Did he say it's only the one bottle?
It's the one bottle.
I know, but where
unfortunately-
is it best kept? Do we need to keep it out of sunlight or anything? Or?
I probably recommend it. It is a little ancient. I recommend keeping it out of direct sunlight, possibly in a nice padded case. Or even, if you'd like, just hung off your guard belt
Okay.
for convenient
So,
usage.
yeah, hung off our guard belt, this ancient, very delicate item in the prison. Okay.
I mean, Vger's selling a lot of voodoo wear at the moment.
I know. This is dark. Anyway, well,
Is there
thank you.
something you're not telling us?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Please.
My pleasure, sir. My pleasure.
Please-
Please, if you're ever in the business
But
of
actually, have you got
any
it there?
weird wares,
Have you got it
please
there?
come. Sorry.
Have you got the bottle there?
Yes.
May I handle it briefly? Okay, so
If you require a
I
demonstration.
do require a demonstration. Let me just point this at you. Okay, that's that sorted. Right, it's now Bard's turn.
So, here I was thinking I'm the importer of wares from across the sea with my pirate ship and all that. But I have much more simpler and mechanical solution for you. I agree that prisoners are one of the worst parts, but you know what's even worse? When they try and run away. What you need is a mechanism for getting them back. And getting them back into the cell they belong in.
I see.
So I'm presenting to you the vacuum hook. You fire it out, hooks onto the prisoner, and the vacuum sucks them back towards you, so you can then put them back in their place where they belong. It's a very simple device, and it's pretty mechanical. So it needs a bit of maintenance here and there, but it's reliable, and we can repair it if ever need be.
What's the range on that thing?
Depends on whether you want to use the manual version, in which however far you can throw, or you can buy the version that basically fires it out and requires a bit of gunpowder, but there's no danger to anyone being hooked by it.
Ooh.
And the total range of the hook can go up to about 60 feet.
Is there any way for it to sort of like home onto a prisoner who is escaping and running away?
I mean, we can make sure that your prisoners are outfitted with, what's it called, magnetic things to get the hook to draw towards them. Certainly, we can arrange that. And if the range isn't good enough for you, we can, implement more wire into it. But there's going to be a limit because you need to pack more gunpowder in if it's a further distance.
I just feel as if in the event of this situation happening, as firing a hook, the system could easily be, avoided by taking, I don't know, a step to your left or right.
Well, to be fair, it depends on how your prisons are built. Bear in mind, if they're climbing a wall, they're not going to be able to do that very easily. And, if you've somehow got wide open fields in your prison...
Wide
I
open
think
fields
that's
in
for
our
the
prison. Wide open fields in our prison.
I mean, they're going to mostly be corridors. They're not going to be able to sidestep left or right
You're
very
quite
easily.
right.
And,
There's nothing around here but farmland.
But it's a fairly big hook, and you've got the ability to move the wire left and right as you're shooting it. So
Old MacDonald had a farm and 200 people behind bars. Right, okay.
I mean, it's a mechanical solution. I can only help you so much, but it is a solution to help you capture those pesky prisoners without shooting them with a gun.
Okay.
And injuring them.
Okay.
It is safe, although it will hook them. It doesn't bury into their skin.
So it hooks them.
It's basically like
It hooks.
Think of it like as soon as it hits them, it puts them in a kind of straitjacket which they can't get off.
I see. Okay, so how does the vacuum come into it then?
The vacuum is what pulls them back in and pulls the wire back at a faster rate than you could manually wind.
Or just like a petrol winch. Just
Again,
vacuum.
The whole point of the vacuum is to make it quicker and less manual labour.
This is a very impressive piece of equipment with many interactive functions.
Yeah,
I'm impressed by the technology
you could
that's
also
been
use it to
mixed
go fishing
together.
as well. You could also use it to go fishing as well, but the main reason for
Really?
we're pitching to you.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, that's just your hobby, but I'm pitching to you as a practical piece of equipment.
So it could also be used to maybe as like a pool cleaner.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
It could also be used as like a pool cleaner, maybe. We
Yeah,
do have one of those.
We can give you multiple attachments for the hook part of it.
And the amount of bodies that turn up in there is, well, it would surprise you.
Heck, if you wanted to, we could put a net on the end of the hook so you can capture a few prisoners running away.
Interesting. Vacuum net. Wonderful. Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Can you please go over there and stand next to the other one? It's your turn to be frisked next. Okay. Very sorry to keep you waiting, sir.
That's quite all right.
Thank you very much. I hope Constable All Hands wasn't too handsy.
No.
Oh, that's unlike him. Right. Anyway, carry on. So yes, what can you do from us as a prison and for us prison guards?
I have to agree with my learned friend to my right. The management of prisoners is always hard, and particularly when they try and flee the establishments due to bad service or poor menu and all that kind of thing. So over here at Mason Mechanariums, we have something that would be beneficial for you as a prison guard in order to help round up these prisoners in a very speedy and effective way. And that, my good friend, is the ladder spring. You just bring it with you, and then you can instantly activate it, and you will be sprung up on a portable ladder to the location of where you are. So, say you need to urgently go to the 3rd floor from the ground floor to quell a riot, just whip out the ladder spring, jump on it, and voila, you can ride your way up to the 3rd floor instantly rather than having to take those boring old stairs. And also, if people are fleeing, say like they're climbing a wall, you can use it in order to boost yourself up and toss them off the floor into a very handy placed net so that they can be reintroduced to their lovely cell and their complimentary 3-course meal. And of course, the ladder spring can be used for a variety of other features as well. Lost your hopscotch ground on the gym area? Never fear. The ladder spring, just spring it open, and voila, you've got yourself a little bit linear, but still a fairly effective ladder hopscotch little course for you to use.
Interesting. So it has. So again, we have something here that has both professional and entertainment uses.
Indeed.
Excellent. Can it also be used in a downward capacity?
Yes. You see these two little hooks here? Just hook it to the area that you want to go. Jump
you should add
on
a
it.
vacuum to that, you know.
That would be quite interesting. Yes, but yes, it can be used to go down as well as up.
Excellent. As a snake, we're very interested in both ladders and the concept of going down.
Of course.
So, interesting. Does it come with any other accessories at all?
It comes with biometric activation, so that's you, and only you yourself can actually use it, thereby preventing prisoners from actually using it in order to escape themselves.
That is very interesting. How durable is it? Because obviously things take a bit of a battering in here, and quite often the prisoners.
It is durable for up to 10,000 uses.
10,000 uses. Interesting. I mean, is there like a service contract we can do?
That's a 5-year warranty.
5 year. Oh, that's very good. That's very good indeed. Okay, excellent. Right, I'm going to go around the table and just say if you have anything else to add. You there?
Do you want to give him his voice back first?
No, I was hoping he'd say that. Hoping he'd say something. I was setting it up so he'd say something and then prove that his invention was rubbish.
That's why I didn't say anything.
Yeah. Anyway, hang on. Let me just open this bottle. Hang on a minute. There you go.
Thank you very much, sir. I hope that demonstration worked out for you.
Yes, I have some concerns about your product. Is there anything else you'd like to add at this time?
Not at this time. Could you please, could you let me know what these concerns are, sir? I might be able to allay your fears.
The durability of this ancient artifact
I will admit that is a small downside, but
the inability to select individual voices for return.
Well, yes.
The sheer availability and spread of this.
On the upside, you can basically just end up muting the entire prison block for the length of your shift.
But there's people who need to have visitors and things. Also, there are prisoners within prison guards that need to be avoided. This thing. Also, if you make everybody silent, it only encourages prisoners to develop their own kind of sign language that we as guards would not understand.
Well, that's just improving their creativity skills and their marketability once they leave their time in prison.
Now, do you see this thing here? This is what we like to call a truncheon or a nightstick. And in the event of needing a prisoner to be quiet, we've actually found a swift blow to the gut, then one to the back of the head as they're bent over in pain. Kind of puts them out for about 7 or 8 hours, or potentially permanently. So,
effective.
Sir, I applaud you.
You applaud me. Anyway, moving on to you. But I'll come back. I'll come back. Moving on to you. Vacuum hook.
Yes.
How is this? How does it I'm curious. I've got one more question. How does it vacuum somebody in?
Basically,
how is the vacuum attached? Is a vacuum suck back in the rope, or does it suck back in the hook? Is it attached to the hook? What's the deal?
Yeah, it sucks back in the wire that the hook that is attached to, basically to save you having to do any manual cranking the wire back in. Basically, think of it like an automatic fishing rod.
Okay.
System.
Surely you could use a winch,
this is what I was
powered
saying.
winch instead.
So the reason we use a vacuum is for safety reasons, to make sure that it's harder to tamper with. Yes, it requires a bit more mechanical maintenance, but I will throw in a warranty to match the other gentleman's 5-year warranty.
Interesting. How noisy is it?
About as loud as your average vacuum cleaner, but a handheld vacuum cleaner.
To be fair,
you
you
on
can
the left,
combine it with the noise bottle.
Does your bottle work on machines?
Yes.
I think you two need to go into business, to be honest.
I'm more interested in trying to combine mine with the ladder, to be honest. So
yeah. Is there anything else you would like to add, person on the right?
It comes in a variety of colours.
Does it?
Yes.
Excellent. Does it come in black?
Yes.
Does it come in blue?
Yes.
does it come red all over?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a carry case or somewhere that it comes in, or?
We can offer you a carry case free of charge if you buy in bulk.
Interesting. The biometric thing was one that really got me because that's a nice security element. The vacuum hook. I'm dubious about the vacuum hook, based upon my previous assertion that you could just sidestep the thing. Also, I'm not sure how that physically would work. How is this wire being sucked back in by this vacuum? It feels like it's a heck of a lot of effort, and we'd need to buy like lots of them. I'm not sure how they'd be mounted. There's a question there.
Handheld.
They're handheld. Handheld vacuum.
It's about as big as your average submachine gun.
Right. Okay. I mean, we might well just want to invest more in walls and stuff. I mean, you said about the climbing the walls. We have this thing called razor wire at the top, which is quite effective. We've found. Also, the walls are like 40 feet high.
Thing is, mine's not restricted to being the walls. You
But how
can
much?
use it outside.
Okay. So how much wire is on this?
I told you, 60 foot is
60
standard.
foot. 60 foot of wire that
Standard.
we're gonna carry around 60 foot of wire.
It's fishing
Just
wire.
in case.
Fishing wire. It's fine.
Fishing wire. And how strong is this fishing wire? Apparently,
Titanium weave.
titanium
That's
weave.
amazing.
Weave.
So fairly weak.
Yes. I think you need to do some testing on this because I don't think yours scientifically works. Ancient spirits of evil over here. I am interested in it. I'm just concerned about its durability. Is there any protective item that you could use?
Well, we could give it a plastic sleeve.
Then why don't you give it a plastic sleeve? Why have I had to come to you and suggest this to you?
It would increase the cost of the bottles very slightly.
Then why haven't... Oh, never mind. Never mind.
We're
very interested.
also
I'm
going
very
for
interested. I'm very interested in this spring ladder. I've got to say, I think it would be very useful indeed. You two definitely need to get in contact with each other and do business. I think to combine stuff.
I'm good. Oh, God.
I think you need a magic vacuum.
Okay, my other options were to give you something that literally just doesn't do anything.
Well, neither does that.
It was a capturing device. I was trying to think of something.
It was good. They were all fun. Had lots of fun with that one.
Alright, I got a teenager or a geek.
Well, thanks very much, game. That's a great. A
Alright,
teenager or a geek?
I'm going to go with a teenager. So please bear in mind in your pitches that I have a very short attention span. Okay, so we'll start with the gentleman that just parked a boat in my driveway.
Yes. The Heartless Imports would like to offer you a solution to your social problems and maybe even a future career.
Hold on. You're assuming I have social problems. I might be one of the popular teenagers.
While this is true, that can fade away. Teenagers are very fickle. So 1 minute you're a cool kid, the next minute everyone wants to go with Knifey McStabface.
I'd just like to confirm for this stream, he actually said fickle then. He didn't say he was thick.
I did say fickle.
Just for those watching, it's alright. Continue.
What I'm offering you here is something to entertain the masses and also, possibly a friend to speak with in those times where you need a companion. The glitter puppet. A lifelong companion for you to perform with, to be friends with, and you'll be the toast of any party you go to.
I think I've seen those down Poundland.
Dude, I'm a teenager, not a kid.
That's what I'm saying. You've got to get into practice into future careers.
With a puppet.
Ian, just go. I literally had nothing.
Okay. Okay, simple, easy, burp key. A key that burps.
Amusing.
There you go. That's my pitch.
And you thought Glitter Puppet was bad.
Okay.
Yeah, but as a teenager, I'm amused by people burping at opportune moments.
But how long will that last? How long before you become tired of burps all over the time? There's only so much burping and farting even a teenager can cope with. What you want...
I don't know.
What you want is something that could do that, if you so wish, burp on command. Something that could be a friend, or it could be it's shiny as well. Not just glittery.
Oh god,
just
it's not a
generally
multifunction
shiny.
puppet, is it?
Oh, in some ways, it actually is.
You're not selling yourself on that.
But it's also something that can help maintain your social standing, give you options for an additional career, and also it's just really, really, really cool. I present to you our patented war robots.
Ooh. You have my attention,
Everything you need. It can be your friend, your companion. It can go out on missions for you to eradicate your enemies. It can do your homework for you. It can do gaming with you. It can do anything. It does actually operate as its own gaming device on the road and its own method of transport.
But can it burp?
Yes. That's actually option number 363 if you look at this very brief handbook.
Yeah, but that's a robot. Mine's a key.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how that is any better.
Does the robot have a key function?
It does. It has a skeleton key function. This pink key here. This can open up things like hatches and doors and other materials. And yes, if you actually press this button at the back here, you see here between the shoulder blades, realistic kung fu action.
Oh, awesome! Just to be fair to the burp key, what does it unlock?
Your heart's desire. And the cabinet to your parents' liquor store.
I think I've got something that will properly sell you on this. You got your phone there?
Yeah.
Just go through your settings quickly to your internet.
Okay.
It emits its own Wi-Fi.
It's its own Wi-Fi dongle.
Yep. Wi-Fi on the go, anywhere in the world, guaranteed.
Well, it just
constant.
I'll be
Wi-Fi as well.
fair here. You went with robot, and it's like, yeah, you can just say that does everything. And as a teenager, yeah, I'm afraid robot wins. That goes to Kev.
Oh god, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I gave up.
I know she's cynical on the Josh. It's like
as soon as Glitter Puppet came up and it's like, well, I've got this.
That was the best I had. And I literally just discarded the entirety rest of my hat.
wow.
Oof.
Wow.
Okay,
Kev's doing very well.
Well, Kev's at 3.
Yeah, so I'm gonna add a thing. I reckon we do one more each, but I'm gonna put a clock on the table.
Boo!
It's a 24-hour clock.
Hang on, give me a second. I'm gonna put a timer on it. You're gonna have 2 minutes to pitch your products.
Okay.
However,
There you go.
the first product we are going to do. So I'm now the customer again, and we're gonna have either a hunter or senior citizen. I'm gonna go with the hunter.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to go with this just for the hell of it. There's nothing to do. Just put these two together.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I've got something. Hopefully. Why have you not drawn more cards, Kev?
I'll just use these ones because I want to use these two together just because of what they are. This is the last go. I want to use it.
Right, Vger, I'm going to go with you first this time. 3, 2, 1, pitch.
What, me first?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the one thing as a hunter that you've got to worry about?
People sneaking
Especially
up behind me.
Potentially, or if you're hunting big game, big dangerous game, and you happen to be not downwind of them, your scent, they'll pick up on your scent.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this could severely impact your hunting game. So what I am proposing to you is the sweat patch, which, as you sweat, because hunting is a active sport, as you're hunting, this will absorb your sweat as it comes out, so that then none of the sweat evaporates and creates a smell which animals will detect if you happen to be in the wrong position. Therefore, upping your game as a hunter by essentially making you less visible.
Sure. I mean, where do I apply these patches?
Anywhere where you sweat too much.
That's a lot of places on me. I mean, I go hunting in.
Well, I mean, it really comes as basically think of it as an undergarment.
Right.
We call it a patch, but it's actually just a top.
And are they one use or reusable?
You will need to wash it thoroughly after each use.
But they are reusable.
Oh yes, they're reusable. We're very environmentally friendly here. Our technology has been developed so it can be used multiple times.
Cool. Mr. Eva, pitch me. Go.
As a hunter, you are out in the wilderness, often living off the land and potentially spending a night under the stars. Well, such times are normally not one you would get in terms of a lot of rest. Until today, I would like to present you with the Bedrock. Yes! Don't let the name fool you. It is not.
So I'm not becoming Fred Flintstone here.
No, it is absolutely not. But it is something that we were able to trademark against the wishes of Hanna-Barbera. But irrespective of that, the Bedrock is this wonderful device which it doesn't use air necessarily, but it is a solar-powered motor, and it inflates via the addition of a very specific type of gas into an additional compound within a mattress. This then
That seems
fills
excessively
out.
complicated.
You'd think that, but it's actually incredibly simple and easy
What
and
gas?
durable. It's a special as a trade secret, so I can't tell you. Anyway, we're running out of time. So it fits over the ground smoothly, taking in any lump or bump or stone. You don't have to worry about anything in terms of taking a ground sheet with you or anything of the sort, or even a tent, because this comes with its own shelter. If you pull out here across the side, it comes up over the top with a nice camouflage net, and not only can it be a tent, you can also use it as a hide for when you're doing your hunting. So you can have the epitome of comfort, a wonderful sleep-filled night.
And how big is it when I carry it?
Well, that's the great thing about having this dual system to fill it up. It can also, if you also press this button here, it emits a signal which separates out the chemicals, and it folds down into a very handy, well, not pocket size, but a very small thing that can fit in your bag.
Right. Mr. Genius. Of the random variety. Oh, I should probably reset the timer.
No, you shouldn't.
No.
No seconds.
So, as a hunter, you have to obviously deal with the very sad aspect of having to kill various animals and the distress that would no doubt cause not only anyone associated with you who is not yet used to this kind of thing, but also the family of the animal themselves.
Earth, can you move your hand, please?
Oh, yes, sorry.
So,
I need to see the time as well.
So, because of that, I give you something that will offer you peace of mind, not only for yourself, but anyone also involved in any aspect of the hunt, be it your young chargers, be it the family of the animal that you've just shot, be it the elderly gentleman that you've just frightened with your gunfire. I give you the Heaven Paw. It is something that will bestow the peace of the next world on whatever target you have acquired, and it will just need to lay it on the unfortunate creature, and their soul will be lifted up to the next plane of existence where it can be reincarnated into the next thing that you shoot in a couple of weeks' time.
I mean, you see me as a very benevolent person, which is kind, unwise, but kind. But why should I care about this?
Because you never know. If the animal in question has not been quelled with the Heaven Paw, it may be reincarnated into a little microbe that might give you E. coli.
I mean, that's an interesting theory. Again, you
It
assume I
sounded
believe
like
in
a threat, almost.
Yeah, I mean, you assume I believe in reincarnation as well. So
We do also have the ones who are not particularly interested in the spiritual side, in which the Heaven Paw is literally just a mallet.
I'm liking this better now. But anything else in your last 5 seconds?
Heaven Paw!
This sounds magical. It's weird. I'm going with the sweat paw. Sweat patch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're just going to stick them on your balls. That's what you're going to do. Anyway.
A few places, but sure.
So, it's either a hostage or a secret admirer.
I'm not sure it's going to work in the slightest. Sure.
Yeah, there we go. Something for a secret admirer.
Yeah. See what I can do on this one.
This is going to end horribly, and I love it. Okay, I think yes, anti-clockwise this time. So, Heartless Enterprises. You have
Heartless
2 minutes. Heartless Impulse, sorry. Heartless Impulse, 2 minutes.
Cool. The future bush. Something that you can stare into with thoughts of your secret admirer that you love, and see into the future and see what will hold if the future belongs to you and them together. Yes, it's a powerful magical artifact, but all you need is something that reminds you of your secret admirer. Put it next to the bush, and it will show you the future.
An interesting idea. What does it actually do in terms of the future side of things? Is it just a projection? Is it actual view? Is it an actual portal to the future?
It's basically a vision. You stare into it, and a vision appears in front of your eyes in the bush that will show you what the future will happen if you decide to spend time or marry your secret admirer.
Okay, and what happens if said bush was holly? Would that differ to anything to, say, a larch?
We give you the bush. It's a specific bush. It's a magical bush made of gold and silver. So, it's a metal bush, but, we have to make it special somehow. It's like a crystal orb. Think of it like that.
Oh.
We make it into a bush shape so that you can see inside the bush rather than see inside a crystal ball.
So, let me get this straight. I carry this bush with me.
No, we put it in your home for you. We install it into your home.
So I don't look at the secret admirer through the bush.
No, you need an object from the secret admirer. You put it on the bush, and then inside the bush it will show you what the future for you and your secret admirer will be.
What happens if that object is their 4x4?
There what, sorry?
4x4 car.
If you can fit that into your house, that's great. That's not usually the kind of memento you keep for your secret admirer.
I have a question.
Go on.
What kind of object does it need to be? Does it have to be a lock of their hair or something?
It's whatever that reminds you most of them. Anyway, my time's up.
Yeah,
Right, okay, yeah.
Alright, my go.
Yep.
Alright, welcome to the Emperor's Emporium, and today, for the secret admirers among us, we have a special selection for you. So you are a secret admirer, and you want to impress the person you're admiring. But you need to do it in the right way, and you need to be it needs to be portable, because you don't know when you're going to get the opportunity. So I present to you, to impress your heart's desire, the dance tarp, so that you can cut the rug on the go to impress your heart's desire.
Interesting. So, doesn't matter what type of dance it is.
No, the tarp is sturdy and lightweight, able to handle any sort of dance. And as snakes, we don't get very much high impact on when it comes to dancing.
Aside from the worm, of course.
Yeah, but that's still low impact. It's a very smooth dance.
I like how you wish you were just snakes.
We are
Are you
snakes.
not a snake?
Surely you must be mistaken.
He's a rodent! Eat him!
And that's where the heaven paw comes in. What colour is the top?
It's more the disco tarp, so it has light up feature, so it's multicolored.
And size?
It's about 2 meters square.
2 meters square. Thank you very much. And finally, Mr. Kevin.
Good afternoon.
Got all
So,
in.
you are a secret admirer, yes?
Indeed.
There's someone in your life that you would like to become less secretive with.
Mm-hmm.
In this online world of ours where everyone is connected and everyone is online and everybody's activity is routinely revealed via their social media channels, it would be very unfortunate for you should, when you admit yourself, your love to the person you secretly admire, it would be very unfortunate if there is anything online in regard to you that would maybe put her off, he or her off, in the event of them doing a quick search on you, in case, they might think, oh, is this guy actually a secret admirer, or are they just a weirdo? It'd be very unfortunate if there was anything online that, gave them that impression. Like an entire channel of videos devoted to video games. But don't worry, he says, with a minute to go. We have ways of making that all disappear. Any of that that makes you look bad. We have our patented dirt whip. Just plug this in to your USB ports. It's USB 2, by the way, so you don't need to have a USB 3 port or anything like that. Anyway, you plug this in, you set the parameters, and off it goes, getting rid of any and all information about you that may be incriminating or anything like that. Additionally, it does actually act as a whip. So in the event
An actual
of
whip.
yes, of course we wouldn't call it a dirt whip otherwise. So it can be used as physically as a whip. In the event there is somebody in the real world, a neighbour or something, who is also a pain in the arse and may say something about you, you can whip them until they submit and agree that they won't tell anything to your secret admirer.
Interesting. All three are very interesting items. The dirt whip is certainly something that would be useful for other people, but I don't know. Perhaps sort of people seeing full playthroughs of JRPGs is perhaps something that people may not be ashamed of.
Is that the only thing that you have online?
True.
Like being
true.
a mason or a werewolf.
I would say,
Or a snake.
I would say evidence of you being online that is, shows you as a proven liar would be something that you would want to get rid of.
As a what? Sorry, you cut out there.
A proven liar.
Ah.
A competent proven liar.
How do you trust this person? Are they stringing you along? You wouldn't want that doubt to enter into the...
Please watch our other videos for
Yes.
references.
It's almost like there should be something at the end of this video that you should click on. Also, drop us a like.
The future bush. That seems like a very interesting thing. How far into the future does it go? Is it just an infinitum, or...
It depends how long you stare at it, to be honest.
If you stare at it long enough, it will be the future.
But it does have fast forward buttons, so it will let you go through, the boring parts. See whether your relationship will last the test of time.
Wait, does it actually just show you?
It shows what your relationship with that secret admirer would be.
Isn't it just going to show them by the bush waiting with his button endlessly?
My concern is just that it's just going to show me watching the bush, watching the bush, watching the bush.
Yeah, because unless you go from there, it's not going to...
No,
it's just going to become obsessed with
because it can't show... It's showing you your time with the person that you are secretly admiring. So it won't show you looking at the bush because you're not with your secret admirer.
Why
How
don't
does
you
the
just
bush
spend
know
some
this?
time with the person rather than staring at the bush?
However, I have a much bigger problem. What happens if the person I am secretly admirer of also has that bush?
Well, then hopefully you should have a happy ending
you're
when
no
you two
long-
meet up.
It would mean
And say that-
it means you're no longer a secret admirer.
That's true, actually.
Thereby defeating the object of it. I'm a simple person. I have to go for the dance top.
Hey!
Even though, by his own admission, it's for when you want to cut a rug.
Oh dear. Right, Kev, pick your customer card.
Oh yeah, let's get rid of this. Alright. Oh, no, I don't want that. Oh, I'm
God damn it, I
ninja.
got something really good for the prison guard.
A ninja or a superhero? Right, I'm going to go ninja, and if anybody mentions streaming, I'm actually going to just immediately yeah, ninja. If anyone mentions Mixer or anything, or Fortnite or Apex, I'm just going to immediately go on to the next person. So bear this in mind.
Cool.
A ninja, in the traditional sense of a ninja, and I will be binding you by the rules of ninjas.
Oh God!
Okay.
I have nothing.
As a traditional ninja snake,
I've got so many good ideas for this one.
I have nothing. I literally have nothing here.
we will start anti-clockwise again as it's set up. You there, round genius, begin.
Right. So, very simple. I have with you a money broom.
I thought we weren't going to talk about ninja. I'm sweeping up all the money. Anyway, continue.
So, as a ninja, you need to hone your reflexes with a variety of different exercises and things. And obviously, the most easiest way to do this is through general household tools. So, stuff like rakes and brooms, for example. However, this kind of thing does take money, and you will need to actually use some money and also actually buy stuff that you may need, such as extra shurikens or the black color dye for your clothing, or all those kind of things. So the money broom is effectively a way for you to not only train with using the broom in order to do all your ninja skills, but also the ability to give you some extra money as well in order to help fund your ninja ways.
Okay.
It comes in a variety of sizes and colors, and it's perfect for those without any limbs.
I see. I'm concerned about the fact that you're borderline using gamification on what is my very noble art.
Well, it's not as if you can. It's not as if you sort of need to use the money. It's all an optional thing.
So what you actually have there is a broom with
It's
the
a broom.
option with an optional function.
It's a brew with an ATM machine sort of attached to it.
Okay. Does it have the link network?
Yes.
Okay. Does it take Switch?
Yes.
Switch doesn't exist anymore! Right.
It does take the Nintendo 64 as well, in case you're wondering.
Okay. What about DC little... Never mind. Never mind. I have no time for this. I'm a ninja. Right. Are you there? The one in the shadows.
Yeah.
Heidi's name. I like that as a ninja. Moving along. What can you do? Starting your time. It starts now.
You know, ninjas actually used quite a lot of different types of bombs, from smoke bombs to small flashbang.
Are you suggesting that I don't know what ninjas are?
I have to explain it for the other two.
Who cares?
Anyway.
Who cares what they think?
True. But you want to make sure those bombs are concealed, or at least disguised as different things. Hence, I offer you the scarf bomb. The bomb cleverly disguised as a scarf, and when you need to use it, just rip off the bit of scarf to change how long you want the fuse to last. Set it down, and no one will suspect a thing. They'll just think your scarf has just been ripped off, and then boom, flashbang, smoke grenade, maybe even something damaging. There's various different types of scarf bombs we can offer you.
That's very, very interesting. So, what is it? Is it made out of a special weave, or is it?
Yep. So
how does it function as both a scarf and a bomb together? I'm very interested in this actually.
So essentially, it uses the kind of similar style to what you would have in a wick for a fuse, and that is weaved into the center of the scarf, and then basically you tear it off, but the bomb is hidden in a small pouch at the bottom of the scarf.
I see. Indetectable, one would assume.
Yes, obviously people will try and pat you down, but you could just say it's, you've got a growth or something in there, or you're hiding money in there or something. People generally believe that you want to keep money in a secret place, so that's fairly sensible. But, it feels just like a scarf if it's patted down as well.
As a scarf itself, is it comfortable to wear? I mean, you say there's a big lump in the back of it.
It's a little heavier than, an average scarf. But yes, we tried to make it, the bit outside the wick, as comfortable as possible.
Very interesting indeed. Does it come in black?
It does, but real ninjas wear blue if you know your history.
Very good. Very good. I like that you've done research. Slightly creepy gentleman on the left. covered in spiders and muttering. Would you please give your pitch starting now?
Good evening, sir. Myself, at the Emperor's Emporium, we've been rather successful, so we're unfortunately lacking in products right now. So I'd like to present to you the toilet helmet.
Okay. They laugh.
Disguise!
But they laugh. But ninjas have to hide everywhere. Explain to me how this will benefit myself and the rest of the dojo.
Well, it has multi-functions.
How about you stick with one for the time being?
Well, you can use it to blend in a normal bathroom environment, to lull your target into a false sense of security, because where are they the most relaxed? When they're relaxing their bowels.
I will grant you that the smallest room is the most difficult to remain concealed in. So is this like a standalone product, or is this part of a series of products?
Well, we do have. I have on back order a line of sinks as well. Sink waistbands.
I see. Do they work in public en-suites and general just multi-purpose bathroom? What was it?
They will work anywhere. There is a bit of effort that has to be put in. However, you've got to plug it in and everything.
Okay. I'm going to give you another 2 minutes. I want to hear more about this.
Oh dear God, no.
May I ask him a quick question?
Yes, by all means. Please do.
How
Number one or two.
how urine-proof is this helmet?
Oh, the unit is completely sealed with a drain pipe that runs down the back, and as long as you plug it into the right thing, you shouldn't have any trouble.
Does it
Well,
come with
plug
its
it
own
in.
flush? Does it come with its own running water?
You do have to plug that in.
Would I be able to eat my dinner off of it?
We wouldn't recommend it.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You could if you cleaned it enough, but
Okay.
it's not top of the recommendation list.
As a helmet itself, how durable is it? Could it?
Oh, it's exceptionally durable. We make our helmet toilets out of the finest porcelain,
porcelain. Oh, excellent.
reinforced with Kevlar. For
Is
no
it-
apparent
so,
reason.
is it a known brand? Is it Armitage Shanks or is it anything?
Oh, it's our own special weave of porcelain and Kevlar.
Porcelain weave.
No, you weave you weave
I
the
thought-
Kevlar into the porcelain.
You weave Kevlar into porcelain. This I've got to see.
There it is.
I thought the titanium weave on the blooming fishing line was a bit dodgy, but Kevlar in porcelain.
This is what I had to work with.
Right. Do you do B-days?
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful to know. You said the water. Does it come? Is it hot and cold, or is it just one specific temperature?
Hey, it all depends what you plug into it. It can take hot or cold, whatever you prefer.
That's excellent. Please continue.
No.
Okay, I'll give you like 20 seconds to finalise your pitches, starting with Phil.
It is a functioning toilet, so not only can you use it as a toilet, but you can use it as part of the disguise to lull your target into a false sense of security, because people are the most relaxed when they think they're alone on the toilet.
Have you taken some drugs?
To get me through that bit, yes.
Okay, I'll move it back to the muddy broom. I'd love to hear some more about that, to be honest.
Well, the Money Broom offers a unique training exercise in order to help you with hone your ninja skills, as well as the capabilities of also being able to get you money as and when you need to via a sophisticated ATM instance in the broom itself. It has wireless security enabled so that all your personal details don't get hacked, and also the broom is fairly sturdy, so you can actually not only use it as a training weapon, you can also use it to clean things up, as well as also, we do have a handheld version, which can be useful for cleaning the toilet helmet.
Okay. Scarf bomb.
Concealed explosives, variable wick times, built for comfort, but also a variety of either disguises or practical use when you're infiltrating.
Okay.
But can it work with a toilet helmet?
This is a very good question, actually.
I'm
I would
sure.
recommend a neck brace when wearing the toilet helmet.
Even better if people then sit on the toilet helmet, you can leave a bomb in there that is waterproof, and give them a little surprise after they've.
So let me get this right. Your joint plan is that you basically nut somebody in the anus with a bomb.
Hey,
Okay.
wants to place the bomb.
Okay, no more. I don't think I can take anymore.
No, Bob.
Are you sure, Phil? I can put 2 minutes more on the clock for you if you like. There we go. No, okay. I'm gonna go for the scarf bomb purely because it does feel like it legitimately feels like something that would be a very interesting part of the armory. That said. You there with the toilet helmet. I would like your business cards because I would like to hear what else you've got because
Really, would you?
yes, because that phone call will be literally minutes of entertainment.
Does that mean I win?
So yeah, the
Phil,
Jesus
you're the
Christ.
final customer.
I actually need cards now.
All right. So I'm either a newlywed or a zombie. I'm going to be a zombie.
Well, none of these are good.
Like a toilet helmet was any good. Wow me. All right. Mr. Eva, you have 2 minutes on the clock starting now.
As the undead, there is many things that you need to be aware of in terms of keeping your body safe. Because obviously it doesn't necessarily have the ability to repair itself anymore. You are literally dead. You are the walking embodiment of a past individual. So,
I will admit it is a small concern.
So yes. So you would like. So one of the things that we can offer is an ability to avoid the nagging nuisances that can come along to, help the decomposition process. Obviously, as a zombie, we want you looking prim and proper and out to show your best. And any given time, you may want to go out for an out of the town, for instance. It's the weekend. And what you don't want is suddenly start falling to bits all the way through. So we offer you this cunning and very fashionable, I might add, way of preserving yourself from the bottom upwards. We offer you these fancy worm socks. Yes.
Worm socks, you say?
Yes, keep away worms and other parasites as well that begin the decomposition process and start breaking the body down. Keep your feet safe and the rest of your body upwards also safe. These are quite the high socks, by the way. These go up to your knee job. In a number of funky patterns and styles, and available also in wool, cotton, polyester, and silk as well. If you really are interested, we do have like an executive line. You look like a very executive gentleman, if I may say so. We do have this silk line as well, and we're looking to expand into boxers and briefs, which will then be used to keep very more vital parts of yourself worm free. But yeah, it's good. Keeps away worms, keeps away bacteria, all those kinds of things. Buy our worm socks. They're available now.
Okay, well, that was pretty much spot on 2 minutes. I congratulate you on that.
Thank you.
Yes, I may have additional questions for you in a moment.
By all means.
Now then, Random Enterprises, what do you have for me?
So,
Hold on, how do I restart it?
There you go.
so,
Yes. Yep.
so you are someone who likes the finer things in life. Has a wide variety of tastes that stretch far beyond that of just brains. You sort of understand the fact that sort of the whole part of the body is a necessary delicacy, not just the fleshy bit inside the head. But the problem is that these kind of things often decompose far too quickly after you've got them, so they're not really useful to be stored and such. But I have something that will help make sure that all your stuff is kept as fresh as possible, and this is the leg tie. Basically, you take the legs of anything that you want to snack on during the course of the next 2 to 3 months, and this special leg tie basically incorporates it into a nice sterile environment to make sure that it doesn't decompose, or in any case, if it belongs to another zombie, runs away from you whilst it's in storage. It's a nice, simple thing. It's a wonderful thing to keep things fresh, and yeah, it is simplicity in and of itself.
So I wear this around my neck.
No, it's a tie for the leg. So basically, it's like a twisty tie, like you use,
Okay.
or as
So almost turning it into a snack bag.
yes, pretty much
He's
it.
selling your Tupperware.
Oh, but
It is-
Tupperware for zombies.
It is the best kind because it manages to keep everything nice and fresh. And, I mean, heck, it can even be useful for yourself in case your leg falls off and you want to keep it for mementos or for it to be sewn back on at a later point. It's multifunctional. It's multi-use. It's multiple limbs. It's wonderful. Also comes in a variety of colours.
Okay.
Before we start my go, I'm just going to say, from the angle I'm looking at, it looked like the cheerleader had a brain on her picture, as well as the zombie.
I
Oh, yes.
agree.
I agree.
That's a-
Yes.
Anyway, sorry for that distraction.
He wants a
24
day! He wants a
hours.
day! This isn't good. Right, your time starts now.
Thank you. I'm offering you a balloon cape. What does this do? It's filled with helium and allows you to float above the riffraff to be able to get to those first brains, or get to the brains that are hiding further up that you want to munch on.
Now, this balloon cape, is it actually a cape that just has a bunch of balloons in it, or is it a balloons sewn into the shape of a cape?
No.
And do I have to provide my own helium?
No. We'll provide you with the helium. Don't worry.
Okay.
It is a cape you wear, but on basically the top part is just a comfortable cape. The bottom part balloons out when you release the cord on it. Think of something like it acts like a parachute, but instead of just making a parachute come out, it instead fills the bottom of the cape with helium to bring you up. But we make sure that there's enough support under your head to make sure it doesn't rip your head off your body. Of course.
Okay. Where's the helium stored in advance?
It is stored into the lining of the cape around the bottom, and then expands out.
Okay, but surely, if I am to put it on, the weight of the containers must counteract the helium being lighter than air.
Yes, and those canisters fall off when you inflate it.
Okay, these canisters must be pretty heavy if they can counteract the amount of helium that be required to get even a zombie off the ground.
You'd be
It
surprised.
sounds like it's going to weigh me down quite a bit.
It will do, but think about the advantage you'll have against other zombies in getting those delicious, delicious brains.
As you dangle in the air by your neck.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Shut you!
Okay. First of all, as a snake zombie,
Yeah, I'm glad you were getting to this. Go on.
Yeah.
I assume this sock is one very long sock. Then,
Well, as I said, on a human, it would go up to the knee, so it can go right over the foot of a snake. So essentially, it's like a onesie.
Ooh.
In a way.
I do like being comfortable in onesies.
So not only are you comfortable, you're fashionable, but you've got a great proportion of your body protected in this manner. Also, of course, it's a sock, so it comes in pairs. So if there is, say, a severed leg that you wanted to keep fresh, it works the same way, because you're keeping all that decomposition away.
So you're saying if I go with your product, I
You
get
basically get
and I
his.
essentially get
You basically get his, and as a guarantee, whilst the top of the sock is of course elasticated, because you don't want it like falling down or anything like that, it's not going to rip off your head. It's not going to rip off your head or drag you down with massive canisters of helium. So you you get this. You get two of the product essentially. The gentleman on the right, on my immediate right, is offering plus the ability to use it for multiple purposes.
Okay, all right. So moving on to the leg tie.
Mm-hmm.
How does it keep things fresh? Just by tying it off? Does it have some sort of magical properties, or?
It uses the very latest in anti-decaying technology by basically cutting out all of the air by making sure none of the new air comes in. And also, I think the investor to my left is mistaken in that his gadget is basically combines mine and his. My gadget combines his and mine. So mine was the one that actually details all of his, and not the other way around.
If you look at this. If you look at the stamp on his item, sir, I think you'll find that the actual thing says patent pending. Whereas if you look at mine, it says patented.
No, it says
interesting point.
patent TED. It's devised by someone called Ted.
So this isn't even your idea. This isn't even
No,
your
yours.
invention. Thief!
By Ted.
Thief! Who do you think you are? Alexander Graham Bell? Stop this!
Okay,
How dare you?
Just one final question to the balloon man over in the corner.
Many questions.
The balloons, can you make them into animal shapes? Do they come in multiple colors?
I think we can sort that for you.
But then how can you wear the cape if it's a balloon animal?
Why?
I will find a way.
It's an automatic tie-in system.
No, mine's the automatic tie-in system. That has the name.
Also, not being funny. You essentially you're hopping as a cape. You're wearing a whole outfit with me, and technically, if you really wanted to, you could stick the other sock in the back of your neck, and then you could have a cape if you really wanted to.
I will. I think I'm going to have to go with the worm socks.
Damn straight you will.
But good try, both of you. Everyone.
Worm socks are the way forward. Well, after this particular video has ended, we want more information about this toilet helmet. But for you guys who are watching, I'm afraid that's it. There is no more. Drop us a like if you would buy the toilet helmet.
Please let us know.
If you're mad enough to
we'll set our research department on it.
Absolutely, and in the comments, what do you think was the best invention? Who do you think had the best pitch? Let us know in the comments. Until next time we play Snake Oil, my thanks to Urtheart,
Yarg.
Vger,
Good evening.
the Random Genius,
Thank you very much.
and a farewell from me, Kevin, as well. Feel free to drop a like, as I say. Maybe subscribe if you don't already. For more of this, if you want more of this, let us know. I think it would be great fun playing it. But until then, bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.